I'm Julia Rehwald. I am from Netflix's Fear Street, and you are watching Global Pinoy Unlimited. We filmed it 2 years ago, which was already super exciting to actually film it, because it was the first real acting job that I've had professionally. Yeah, it was kind of crazy to have 2 years away from it before you get to see the finished product. Getting into Fear Street, I had worked with Lee Janiak, our director. We did a pilot, and she'd mentioned when we were filming, she was talking about how she was getting ready to do Fear Street next, and then she sent my agent a self-tape audition for Fear Street, because they were doing auditions here in LA, but I was in New York, so I just sent a video in, and then didn't hear back for a month or two, something like that. And then I got an email and they were like, oh, Lee's gonna come to New York to see some callbacks in person next week. And then we did that. And then the next day they were like, okay, we have you on hold for Fear Street, stay tuned. And then I got the call officially a day or two after that. It was kind of crazy. I don't think I fully understood what it was. I was like, it just felt too big to be real. Going from having my restaurant job to 2 weeks later, I was in Atlanta getting ready to film, and it was such a whirlwind. Theater and acting had always been my hobby as a kid, my extracurricular activity. None of us thought I was going to try to actually pursue it as a career, I think. My mom actually came around first, and she was very supportive of it, surprisingly. And then my dad was very hesitant, because they were like, you're academically very strong, you have very good grades. But then I think it was my fall play senior year, we did Romeo and Juliet. And after opening night, my dad was like, yes, she was like, you can do this, we support you, we're gonna get you to go to art school. Then I was like, okay, well, great, now that I have my parents on board, we were all in on it. Then we had all the auditions and stuff, and I ended up going to school in New York, and I've been there ever since. I think they figured it out, because I have if you scroll to closer to the bottom of my Instagram, I have a baby picture with my mom, and I have Mana Sananay as the caption. And I really love whenever I get messages and people send love from the Philippines, or have the little flag in the message, and that's I always smile when I see those messages now. Yeah, we went a lot growing up, but I haven't been back in a while, I think because once my brother went off to college, and then me soon after. Oh, I personally would absolutely love to. Yeah. If that was ever an idea that someone had, and let's do something for Future in the Philippines, I'd be like, tell me when, and I'm there. I guess it was kind of hard growing up in watching film and TV, because there's not a whole bunch of Filipino representation. But for me, of course, as with everyone else, especially those who did musical theater, I was a very big fan of Lea Salonga as a kid up until now. So that I think she was a big driving force for me, realizing that you can pursue acting and make it happen. I really am hoping that we can move into the direction where we have more characters that are inherently Filipino, or even my character in Fear Street wasn't, but because I am, she is now. I haven't met a whole bunch of Asian actors I think since I started film acting though, but the ones that I have met, it's like everyone keeps in touch with each other and we all keep each other in the loop, which is really nice. Everyone's like wants someone to book something. It's like, oh, this job might not be right for me, but like, here's my friend, like I think she would be like a great fit for this project. Like stuff like that is like, it's really nice. Yes, I would love to. That's like something I really want to do, and something I also want to do eventually when my career gets there is I want to like be able to produce like stories that are focused on Filipino American stories. Get more people on board, because if you can like get more stories like you're saying out there, then that'll get more on screen and like behind the screen representation, which I think is like super important, and that's like really one of my career goals that I want to have for myself. I think it would be so great to like play a character that is written in to be like mixed as like Filipino. In New York, we had a lot of local groups mostly in like Chinatown and in Queens. There were like a lot of local groups coming together to support the community, to keep people safe, and to like help support local businesses that were struggling. So I would try to do what I could to help out there. I'm also like the type where it's like if I see something happening to someone else, easy for me to like step in and say something. I feel like for some reason it's harder to stand up for myself. But if it's like I get really upset if I would see something happen to someone else, because it would also feel gross to see something and to not like address it in some way. I just think that if you feel in your heart that that's the path, that you should pursue it. If you believe in yourself, you should pursue it, because I think that as time goes on, we're getting more representation on screen. But I feel like once we're in, like, we want to bring in more, so I think you should never feel like it's not an option. But you also have to know that it's going to be tough. It's kind of a crazy industry, but I think that if you have the talent, if you have the drive and the work ethic, like something is gonna happen someday for you, so do it.